Good evening, everyone. My name's Sean Flynn, and I'm really wishing I brought some more fabulous tonight, because I think heels would have really helped this talk. Tonight I'm going to talk about wildfire history in the United States, how that wildfire suppression has affected the forest health, and what you can do to help prevent wildfires. We heard earlier tonight about the 4 Mile Canyon fire, the most devastating and costliest fire in Colorado history. But just how common is wildfire in Colorado? Some stats from the U.S. Forest Service say that on average, there are 1,700 wildfires that occur in Colorado annually. Those fires burn roughly 43,000 acres. But in the last 8 years, those fires have affected over 500,000 acres in just the last 8 years alone. Now, the causes of those fires may be varied. But we know from a very well-known individual in the wildfire prevention business that 9 in 10 wildfires are preventable and therefore human-caused. This same individual has raised millions of dollars in wildfire awareness and education and receives so much mail annually, mostly from his Junior Ranger program, that he was given his own zip code. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my co-presenter tonight, Smokey Bear. Straight ahead, buddy. Though Smokey won't be speaking with me tonight, he's going to do more of a Boulder-specific kind of communication of his message, and that's going to be through interpretive dance. Smokey, you ready to get started? It looks like you already started. All right, buddy. So when the U.S. Forest Service was formed in 1905, wildfire management was a hot topic. Pardon the pun. But after a summer in 1910 that burned 3 million acres in the northern Rockies, and that block up there represents the size of Connecticut, the U.S. Forest Service adopted a strict no-burn policy. That policy was further strengthened during World War II when it was discovered that the Japanese were attempting to set the Oregon coast on fire with incendiary bombs attached to weather balloons. So this no-fire policy was in effect for over 50 years. And soon scientists started discovering that a lot of forests that were dependent on fire for regeneration were starting to decline in health. No small trees, forests declining. So in the late 60s and early 70s, the policy began to change. The Forest Service started allowing small fires to burn and also used controlled burns to improve forest health. So what would a forest look like after a low-intensity burn? And much like the ponderosa stands on the Front Range, you see open pine meadows, nutrients return to the soil, and very healthy, mature trees. Unlike with fire suppression, you see very crowded forest stands, poor tree health, and these trees are much more susceptible to insect and disease. If a forest like this burns, you get a result like a fire on Mount Evans in 1978. This picture is from 30 years later. The soil has become sterile because the fire burned so hot and so long. So what's going on out there right now to prevent these catastrophic fires from happening? Boulder County has had a long-running program of thinning trees at Howell Ranch. They're currently treating 130 acres to try to reduce the forest by about 50%. A project on Bald Mountain in 2008 reduced the forest stands from 275 trees per acre to 50. And that's largely credited to this stand being largely unscathed by the 4 Mile Canyon fire. But what can you do to help prevent wildfires? Just be smart out there. If there's a high fire danger, limit your campfire use. If you're going to leave a fire, never leave a fire that you can't comfortably put your hands into. No throwing cigarettes out the window. Also, to have a little more fun and make your very own Griswold family Christmas, The Colorado State Forest Service offers a service where you can go in and cut your own Christmas tree. So strap on the snowshoes and get out there and make a difference. So folks, help me thank Smokey for coming down tonight by repeating one of the most well-known slogans in American history. Say it with me, only you can prevent wildfires. Thank you.